And here we have the big vehicle for this line. The big vehicle for the Turtles for this new movie line. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Turtle Tactical Truck. And it's based on a dump truck or a garbage truck. This thing is absolutely massive, and it's loaded with features and attack functions and all kinds of stuff. It's a very, very cool vehicle slash playset. This guy measures approximately 16 inches long. He's about 7.5 inches tall at the top of the lid right here. 9.5 if you go to the top of the cannon. This guy is humongous. So as you can see, the new turtle truck for the movie is going to be a dump truck, and very cool deco on this guy, just green and yellow, like you would expect a turtle truck to be. Tartaruga Brothers right here on the side, which tartaruga means turtle in both Italian and in Portuguese. So Turtle Brothers, obviously, is what that says. Very cool looking dump truck here. A lot of detail on this guy. High voltage moving vehicle. You've got what looks like tools here for picking up garbage on the side here. You've got the actual fork in the front that works. We're going to get into that later. A lot of detail going around the back here. You can see what looks like a scrolling door on the back here with each shell spray painted on the back. You've got a nice platform right here on the back. Looks like possibly missiles on the side here. I don't know. So yeah, very, very cool truck that we've got here. And real quick for comparison, I want to do this one early because once I get into all the details and all the attacks and all the features, I'm probably going to forget. So just real quick for comparison, here he is next to the turtle truck, or the turtle van rather, from the previous movie. We're going to have to back up a little bit. So there you go. So you can see what these guys look like side by side. And yeah, quite a difference in size. As you can see, this one is quite a bit shorter than this new one here. I'm not quite sure because I haven't been able to get them side by side with all the other turtle trucks. And at this point, I have all the turtle vans. Last time I talked to you guys when I did the original 2014 movie line, I told you I only had 3 vans at the time. Since then, I've actually collected all the turtle vans from all the main lines, and I have been slowly reviewing every single one of those as well. I think I got one more to go. So yeah, once I get a chance, I'm actually going to try and compare this to all the other ones side by side, but I think, just looking at this one in front of me, I think this may be the biggest one we've got so far. So very, very cool. So you've got a couple of methods here. You got all kinds of ways here for the turtles to ride. So we'll start off with right here with the forks. So to get the drivers, and you're going to want to take the forks and lift them up. And these guys are just going to go up and over the cab here. And then the cab in the front is going to split open, much like the 2007 Turtle Van did and like the previous movie Turtle Van did. So that's going to open right there. And we'll take Donnie and Leo, and we'll just put these guys right in here in the driver and passenger seat, since that's what we see in the previews for the movie. That's what we're going to do here. So we'll set those guys right there, close this hatch up, and there you go. You're all set, and now you've got Leo and Donnie in the driver and passenger seat right there. There you go. Straighten them out. There you go. So that's what those guys look like right there. And then for Mike and Raph, we'll bring this guy back down again. We got all kinds of options here. First thing we can do is we can bring down the forks right here. And as you can see, there are a couple of pegs on the forks. So you can take your turtles here and you can kind of peg them down here to the forks and just kind of give them this, like they're riding the forks just like that, which is really cool. We'll do that on this side as well. Peg them in there real good. Come on. So, yeah, Mikey would be the one that's trying to surf it while Raph is just kind of holding on. So, there you go. So that's an option. You can get him. Oh, he came unpegged. There you go. You just peg him in there. So that's an option. You can get the turtles riding there if you want, ready for an attack. You can also bring them around the back. You saw that big platform and bumper around the back there. And we'll set this up. Come around the back here. So we've got this platform back here as well with a couple of pegs. So again, you can have your turtles riding. You can peg them there. and you can just have them riding on the back of a dump truck, just like garbage men would, just like that. So that's another option that you can do. And then if you had, say, for example, you had some baddies, you can drive by and just knock them over. So you can do that as well. That's another option for the turtles to ride in. Now, there are 2 more options that I want to get into here. And this first one is going to be very difficult to show. I'm going to turn this cannon backwards. And if you've seen the previews, you've seen what the attack on this vehicle is. So there is a spot right in there for Michelangelo to go into and grab hold of those handles so that he would be essentially doing that attack that you've probably seen in previews. And I'm going to attempt to do this in camera. I don't know how well this is going to work. It's very difficult to do some of these things in camera right there. So now that's not really going to work for me. But anyway, you get the idea. You can see where he stands, and you can see those handles. So the idea is that you're going to want to get Mikey in there. And maybe if I reach around the front where Leo and Donnie are, maybe. But the idea is you're going to want to get Mikey standing in there holding on to this handles. Let me see if I can just do that real quick off camera. Okay, so yeah, that was not easy, not even a little bit. But there you go. There's Michelangelo inside the chamber there. He's got his shell up against the back plate, and he's got his hands around those levers right there. And that's going to simulate the attack that we are going to be taking a look at later. So we're going to head and straighten out that cannon. And then lastly, we've got Rafael. We've got a couple of things we can do here. The back of the truck here opens up. So this is cool because you do have some room now. Now, there is some stuff going on here, and we're going to take a look at that in a minute. But you do have some more room here. So you can have Rafael back here. You can just kind of stand him there. You can sit him there. Some of the other figures, Casey Jones, maybe possibly in April. You can fit more figures in here. There's plenty of room, as you can see. There's plenty of room in here. So you can stand figures in there. You can sit them down or whatever. You can also take your weapons and accessories, and you can shove those in there as well. So a lot of room in here for carrying stuff around, which is very, very, very nice. So that's one option. The other option we've got with Raph, and this is the one that I'm going to go with, is we take this hatch here, and we're going to pop this guy open. And then as you can see, the cannon here has these 2 handles at the top. So we are going to give Rafael, we're going to have him mounting this, or manning rather, this cannon here. So you can just put his hands around the handles there. And then his shell should held around the ring of this fairly well. I'm not sure. Yeah, and then his feet are actually touching the top part of that motor back there, or not motor, that mechanism back there. So he is well supported. He's not just hanging there. So there you go. So there's Raph manning the cannon, and now all 4 of your turtles are riding the tactical assault truck, which is very, very cool. So let's get into some of the attacks, and for that we're going to need to change our perspective for the first one here. Okay, so for our first attack feature, we've got the truck set all the way back against the wall here as far as the camera will go. Now, we've got these 2 missiles here with a net right there. So you can see there's 3 rails on each missile right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to set these missiles, 1 on each. This is like a dual cannon. So just put one missile on each side. And then you take this little net right here. This net can come off real easy, just like that. So just push the net in all the way as far back as it'll go. And then you've got this gray handle right up here at the top. You're going to push down on that, and it's going to fire off. So we're going to get Shredder standing right here, right in front of the camera. And this is the length of the the table right here. So let's hope this works first time shot. And you push down on the gray piece right here, and there you go. You just shot the net off, and you just captured the Shredder. Okay, the next feature we're going to look at is one that you've seen in the movie. Now, you've seen in the previews to the movie. It's not exactly the way they show it in the previews, but it is pretty close. So that's going to be the launching mechanism right here at the front of the grill. So we're going to want to take our forks one more time, and we're going to want to move them up. I did not show this earlier, so let me show you this now. There is a handle right here on the side of these forks that you can use to move the forks up and down. They don't work very well because the forks are kind of a little wonky. The plastic is a little soft, so it does work better to do them both at the same time. And also because I've been working on this side of the truck, it just really hasn't been there. But anyway, so you want to take your forks, you want to move them up and out of the way so you're exposing your grill. The truck comes with 4 of these, they call them Ninja Star discs. So it's not sewer lids like you saw in the previews for the movie. And there are 4 slots. To bring this guy in real close, there are 4 slots right there in the grill, as you can see. And we're going to just want to take these guys and slot them in there, just like that. Make sure that that doesn't pop off. And just push these guys in all the way. So now we're going to have 2 different attacks with this guy. You're going to shoot 2 of these at a time. You've got these gray buttons here on the side. You got 1 button here, and you've got another button right there. So when you push on these guys, let's see, let's get Shredder standing right here in front of the truck. Nice and, come on. There we go. Nice and challenging pose there for Shredder. So when I push on one side of this, both of these discs are going to launch at the same time. Just like that. And then one more time, we'll do it on this side. Get up there, Shredder. Challenge that truck. And then I'm going to push on this button on this side over here. And there you go. It shoots out both of those discs at the same time, knocking over your figures. And finally, the big one. This is the one that they showed in the previews. This is the one that Michelangelo has been waiting to do. So this is going to be the giant nunchuck attack. This truck has these giant nunchucks built to the side of it that Michelangelo can control from the inside of the truck. It's stupid, but it's hilarious. So the way that works is you're going to come to the side of the truck here. You're going to open up this panel, and then you can see that there's a couple of nunchucks here on the side. They're oversized nunchucks. Maybe they made these with trash cans. I don't know. But there's one clip right here on this door, so you can just unclip this and bring the whole thing out. Bring out the whole arm until it just kind of stays in place out of here. The wheel was freewheeling up until, or the arm rather, the arm can rotate on its own until you get it out all the way. Now, according to the instructions, you're supposed to pull until it clicks. Yeah, it doesn't click. That's as far out as it goes for me, and it doesn't really click. If you keep pulling on it, it's just going to pull out. So, word of caution, just be careful with that. So anyway, and then you can close this back up again if you want, and there you go. You've got one nunchuck there. And then we're going to go to the other side and do the same. Just open this up, unpeg the nunchuck, bring this out all the way. You can close that back up again and just kind of give them a, there you go, just like so. Now, what's going to happen here is that whenever this middle wheel here rotates, it's going to rotate the arms on those nunchucks, as you can see. And you can see the one on the other side also rotating. So you can position these in a way that, like, this one is down right now. I can position this one on the up. You know, you can kind of move them around so that they're opposite. If you wanna move them around, what you want to do is push them in a little bit, and then you can rotate them, and then pull them out again until they lock, and that's going to keep them in place. So I like to kind of have one up and one down, just like that. And now I'm going to back up the truck all the way over. And hopefully we can get a good angle on this. And I think I'm going to bring in Bebop, and we'll try and knock him over with the giant nunchucks here. So let's stand him out here in the streets. Bring out the arm just a little bit. I want to try and knock him over with the nunchuck rather than knocking him over with a truck. So let's see if we can make that happen. So now, like you saw, when I move the truck forward, that middle wheel spins. It's going to make all the nunchucks spin around. And bam, there you go. I knocked over Bebop with the giant nunchucks. And you can just keep beating up on him. Look at that. That is so cool. That is so much fun. It's absolutely ridiculous, but it's also so much fun. So there's that. And then let's bring this in close real quick. So to put these guys away, all you got to do is pop this thing open, push in just a little bit on that so that you can spin them around again loosely. And then just kind of bring this guy in all the way. Pop in or snap in your nunchuck. And you're going to want to, there you go. Get him out of the way just like so. Same thing on the other side. Just pop this guy open again. Rotate this, or push this in just a little bit so that you can rotate it around. Get this guy all the way, put away in there, pop that guy in there. And there we go. And just put that guy away. And there you go, you're all set. And you're ready to roll back out again. And here we have one last look at the 2016 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows Turtle Tactical Truck. Very fun vehicle, lots of features, lots of attacks, and lots of cool stuff to do with it. One thing I will say about it is the plastic on this one feels a little soft. You saw like earlier with the forks, like they don't go up evenly. You know, there's a lot of soft plastic on this, and this feels almost like more of a kiddie toy than previous vehicles that we've had with the Ninja Turtles, where it's not as sturdy. This almost feels like a little kid's truck. In how the plastic feels. It kind of feels like a little kid's truck. But, so yeah, just be aware of that. The plastic just feels very soft and almost feels like a little kid thing. But other than that, the design is cool, and kids are going to have a lot of fun playing with this because it just has so many features. It's so big. You can just put so many figures in there. You can use it as a carrying case almost because, you know, obviously this doesn't close, but you can shove a bunch of turtle figures in there and just go off with it. In fact, every single figure that I've shown you here in this 3-part review will fit in this truck. So, yeah, there's plenty of room in there. So, it's a fun vehicle. Again, this is hitting stores right now. It's retailing for approximately $40. So, I think with that, we've pretty much covered what I have been able to pick up so far of the 2016 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadow toy line. This has been the truck, and we've seen the figures in my previous 2 parts. What did you think of this toy line? What would you like to see me review next? And I do plan on showing off the Foot Soldier and Casey when I find those. But let me know by leaving me a comment down below. Give me some thumbs up, subscribe, and share with your friends if you like what you see. And I'll talk to you next time.